I think every ring has a meaning. Every time you play on a team, the bond that you share with your teammates and the fun that you have throughout that year is a huge why you win championships. Little home cooking here before the wife gets home. When I'm done work, it's usually about 3:30. So I usually get the kids' food made and then get her food made. But she usually comes home and makes usually her own stuff because she likes to make me and her a little bit healthier stuff than chicken fingers and stuff like that. So
Bye, Father.
bye, Nebia. Bye. That year was a good one. You don't get too many of those ones of winning 3 championships in one year. But I think that's what's kind of started off my career of a lacrosse player. I think the will to win is the main factor with me and with my championships. I believe I always kind of have a chip on my shoulder. It is tough, when you feel like you're at the top level of the game and leading the league in scoring for multiple years. Yeah, you feel sometimes it gets overlooked. But at the same time, you can't think about that. Being small, it's you got to work for everything you have, and you got to compete. Yeah, so we're just pulling the practice right here. This is our practice facility that we practice on Tuesday nights. Time to suit up. Put some work in this week.
He's one of the best in the world. Again, not a big guy, wears his heart on his sleeve.
Oh, he's right up there with everybody.
But he's a 2-time MVP of the league. He's a World Championship MVP, scoring leader.
It's not a cliche to say that he has the it factor. I mean, he sees things happening on the floor that other people don't see.
But I think Evie just has a different intangible that makes him a winner.
He definitely is a student of the game as much as he's feisty and rambunctious at times out there.
He's got a high octane motor all the time, and that's part of the formula for his success.
He's going to do whatever it takes to win. And I think, again, that's the difference and why he's been so successful.
This just gets me going here before game time. A little work in, put the work in, hey?
So I grew up playing hockey and lacrosse in Peterborough, Ontario, where Sean's from. We grew up playing together, both sports. He always was somebody that was going to push you. Even at a young age, it was perform or get out sort of mentality.
It's an addiction. Having a stick in your hands and throwing the ball around. When you see anybody do trick shots or throwing those ball or backhands, switch hand backhands, under the legs, through the 5-hole, whatever shot you want to think about is it starts from wall ball. It starts from trying that stuff outside. You're in Canada, Tim Hortons is the best coffee, and you go get Starbucks. Unbelievable. Yeah, we're just heading off to Port Hope, Ontario, which is about a half hour away from Peterborough. Well, welcome to my job. Best job you can have. Nationwide lacrosse is kind of something that we created about 5 years ago. The biggest thing that we do is travel to elementary schools and teach Canada's national summer sport to kind of the next generation of kids. A lot of people think that lacrosse is violent, but what we do is we teach the skills of the game, trapping and scooping, passing and catching, cradling, and then bring that into a fun competitive relay race at the end, working on those skills. Probably wouldn't be the person I am today without my mom, dad, and my brothers and my sister. Everything that we did was competitive. We all wanted to win. My mom working in Emerge, and my dad had a little bit of stint in sports, and it wasn't paying a lot of money back in the day like it is now, but you know, my mom and dad, they would be there for us. You know, my wife too. My wife allows me to go out there and compete and play and knows how much love I have for the game of lacrosse. Where's my girl? I can't complain about, you know, my life. I've had some struggles in my life, but always had supportive family around me.
In the Lifelock City, lacrosse isn't just a game, it's a passion. It's not just something you watch or play. Canada's national sport is who they are.
You know, coming up here on the right is kind of like my second home in Peterborough. You know, the Memorial Center's got a lot of history. It's a great spot, especially when you're on the front of the building. It always looks good too. 13 years of lacrosse since I was 16 years old. It's a long time, and going. A lot of history in here from my family, from my uncles and my dad playing for the Peterborough Petes. We got the Sports Hall of Fame in here, and I got you know, a few different jerseys in there from Man Cups. You know, this is probably the best feeling here, right here, is walking out here to a sold out Memorial Center. The fans know the game of lacrosse here. You know, when they're yelling at you because you did something wrong, and they know what they're talking about. What comes to mind is me being 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I knew every ins and out of this arena. It does bring a lot of memories back being a kid here. It's funny, where's the time go? Lacrosse has been my life. You know, I've been playing 27 years now, 28 maybe. And if it wasn't for lacrosse, I don't know where I'd be right now. I may not be around playing still when lacrosse takes off, but at least if I'm part of it and see that take off, means so much to me.